Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today we're taking a look at what is just around the corner for you. So this is something that you are stumbling upon and likely are maybe picking up on intuitively, but you don't see it yet, okay? So this is going to be what are you stumbling upon, what's right around the corner for you. Now, please take a deep breath, drawing your energy up your spine, allowing yourself to open up those channels, and as you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has a message in there for you. On the left, we have group number 1 with the Pyrite crystal. In the middle, we have group number 2 with this blue Tektite. Check it out, I love this. And on the right, with group number 3, we have this raw Moonstone, which is a little feldspar-y. All right. As always, I am so extraordinarily grateful for your presence here. I love this little community. I love each and every one of you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm sending your soul lots of love and light. And thank you again for being here. I love you with my whole heart, and I will see you at your reading. Oh, the timestamps are listed below in the description box, as well as my information, such as my Etsy, where you can find my beautiful little crystal jewelry, as well as my books and personal readings, Reiki sessions, and all of that good stuff, you know, all that jazz. Anyway, I will see you at your reading. Thank you again for being here. I adore you, and I'll see you there. Namaste. Hi there, group number 1. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here today. If you chose the first group with the Pyrite crystal, then this is your reading about what is right around the corner. So, first things first, you selected this beautiful Pyrite, and Pyrite is beautiful for not only protection and grounding, but it's also a very good stone for magnetizing abundance. This lets me know that there might be some sort of material comfort coming along your way, and they're kind of showing me the 4th house. So this might be that you have an opportunity to kick back, relax at home, and just feel kind of luxurious and abundant, okay? You might have, they're showing me somebody budgeting, okay, or making a small financial investment that pays off in the long run, okay? Pyrite is also protective against EMFs, okay? So electric and magnetic rays, electric and magnetic field rays, which means that if you keep a Pyrite on you, or you wear it like in an orgonite or something like this, this can actually help protect you against the rays that come from your computer, from your phone screen, from your iPad, all of your technology, okay? So if you have a small space, and a huge Wi-Fi router, or you work on electronics a lot, or if you like sit right next to your Wi-Fi router or a computer tower, if those still exist, or something like that, Pyrite can be a great crystal to kind of have on or around you. It helps protect your aura from those incoming rays from technology. It also does help your eyes to relax a little bit, kind of like when you have that blue film over your glasses, or you put that protector over your screen or something like that, okay? So this is overall protective, and it does absorb negative energies, but more so it repels it. So Pyrite is very easy to charge. It doesn't need to be cleansed as much, but it's still good to cleanse it. All right, so let's take a look at what's on the other, like what's around the corner for you. Okay, you chose Byosin with blockage. Gorgeous. I actually really love this energy, especially in conjunction with the Pyrite, because so there is something that you have been working on, or maybe you have gotten to the point of finally approaching something, and you're able to actually find this little energy and tap into it and expand and disperse it, which is beautiful, gorgeous. Now, Byosin, this is Japanese. This is a Reiki term that indicates blockage. Now, in Reiki, there are 5 different types of Byosin, or 5 ways that blockages express themselves. So you can kind of take a look at what's going on in your energy field. I'll go over them with you quickly, just so you have an idea. If you are using, for example, your hands to pick up on the energy, that can be a great way to kind of comb your aura, or just get a good idea of what's going on in your aura. This will let you know about past, present, and future things as well. So the 5 types of Byosin are warmth, heat, tingling, pain, and pulsing. So if you feel, say I'm using my palm here, and I'm pretending this is my 7 chakra system, or just a space on my body where I feel something going on. So if there's warmth, and I'm picking up warmth here, that means that there is a little bit of a blockage, just a little bit of an energy that can be easily plucked out, super easy, or combed through, maybe readjusting your diet, something very small, quick change. This is something that's not very backed up, okay? Now, if it's hot, this heat, it's going to be the same. The second type of byosin is heat. So you'll notice that after it's warm and it gets really hot, this is when it's a little more dense. Okay, this is going to be a blockage, but it's kind of compiled a little bit over time. Think of it like bumper to bumper traffic in your energy field, or like kind of like a blood clot, but it's not solidified yet. It hasn't turned into scar tissue or kind of like a clump. Okay, the next thing that you can experience is tingling. Okay, so tingling indicates a blockage that kind of wavers. Okay, sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. So this can be great because you might notice like a little bit of a wavelength in the energy, or this often manifests as pins and needles. So sometimes if there's a particular spot in your body that sometimes you feel like not a blood clot, but you sometimes feel the pins and needles because there's either too much blood there that's trying to flow, or energy, or not enough, okay? This means that it's something that shows up and sometimes is not there, sometimes is there, which means that you're already closer than you think to the blueprint of the healed energy here existing. This is wavering in and out of your aura or in and out of your timeline, okay? Now, if there's pain, this means that the warmth has turned into heat. The heat has turned into pain because this is now solidified. This is now a more physical manifestation of your byosin, of your blockage, okay? This can be painful, literal pain. So this means that there's a serious problem. This is when we would recommend searching for a remedy, an actual cure. This is when you would seek perhaps a physical physician or some sort of professional help for whatever this is, whether it's mind, body, or spirit, okay? And then finally, you're going to have pulsing. Okay, so pulsing is a little bit different than tingling because tingling is kind of pins and needles, whereas pulsing is just kind of this, it's when you wake up in the morning and you have a big stretch and there's kind of that space at the end where it's like, and it pulses a little bit. So that happening in your energy field is an example of your body, your energy processing this blockage out. Okay, this is something that's on its way out, and it's on, like, your body is processing itself. So it's kind of riding the waves so that you can smooth it out. It's like when you have, think of the plantar fascia on the bottom of your feet, for example. They lay flat like tissue paper. They can get crumpled up into a ball, and we'll use like gua sha, or you'll use a tennis ball or something like this, and you kind of flatten out those tissues again. Okay, so this is the same thing that's going on, but in your energy field. Okay, so that's what pulsing is. Now, back to what's around the corner for you, group 1. Thank you for hanging out. I felt like that was important to explain specifically for your group. So there is something that you are finally approaching. I'm seeing that you have gotten to the pulsing stage. It's like there's something that's going on that you have approached perhaps in a physical manner or a mental manner. There's something that's affected you greatly, okay? But what's around the corner is complete liberation from this energy that's been bothering you. And if you want to see what step you're at or what phase you're at, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you tap into these byosin practices that I just mentioned and you're able to actually feel the way that this energy is manifesting within you. There's something that you might deem as chronic when in reality it's on its way out, or there could be something that is on its way out, but you're feeling it, you're feeling an old or already healed version of this energy. Like it might be your comfort zone because you're used to walking within this energy for a while. This can be something like a belief system, or even just a particular vibration that you've held on from a past life, your childhood, or something like this. This doesn't need to be you stubbed your toe and then that turned into a wonky knee, which turned into hip problems. It doesn't need to be any of that, although it can be. But with Pyrite here, there's this energy that around the corner, you're going to feel comfortable, liberated, free, and abundant in a way that you haven't really felt before. And we are indicating again the throat and the heart energies here. So this indicates that you're going to feel a lot more comfortable expressing yourself, but also in both giving and receiving. The energy that you're giving from is about to be more purified because this is no longer within your energy field. Whatever this is might have affected your throat chakra or your ability to receive unconditional love, okay? And as we know, when our channel to giving or receiving is tampered with at all, whether there's a little buckle in your energy, a vibration you're holding on to, or were conditioned to believe, or just something that hurt you really bad and you held on to it for a little bit, which is normal, it's healthy. As you release this energy, you're just going to feel this space, this beauty, this, like, I'm hearing that song, At Last, Etta James, gorgeous. You're going to feel this, like, liberation, this ability to just relax, release, and whether you are working a mile a minute or I'm hearing no, you're going to be slowing down. So most of you are going to be slowing down. But whether you are active or you are resting, there's this energy of feeling calm, feeling at peace, at ease, because now you're on the other side of something that you have been working on for so long. Maybe this was wavering in and out. It's something that maybe caused a little bit of a bump in the road for a while. And now, also they're saying watch your screen time at this time as well. You might have an indication in the near future to diminish your screen time if you reorganize or reprioritize your tasks, okay? Let's see. I'm seeing YOSE, also in Biosin, and that is the like the shorthand for Yosemite National Park. So some of you might be going to the Yosemite National Park, or you might be into rock climbing or spending some time in nature, or just like a natural park, natural or national park in general. Let's see, what's around the corner? Definitely some time in nature, an opportunity to, they're showing me like burn off all those negative energies that you have released from your aura, okay? But they're like still hanging out on the brim, okay? They're showing me somebody like sitting up against a big rock or a tree and just letting nature do its thing. Recycle your energy into abundance. I'm seeing age. Okay, I'm hearing like I'm coming of age. Okay. Okay, what is around the corner for pile number 1? I feel like I just talked a lot. So tarot cards. Angel, spirits, and guides of group number 1. What is right around the corner for them? Slowing down. First and foremost, death and rebirth. This message took a while to come out, and it's because they want you to like slow down a little bit and relax, come back to center. Okay, we have Queen of Cups and the Queen of Coins. Oh, Knight of Cups and Queen of Coins. Okay, there are going to be some big changes to your physical life once you release this energy. You'll notice that a blockage in a particular area of life, not just in your auric field or in your body or in your mind or emotions, but in your physical life, there's going to be a huge event that's going to transpire, likely relating to material abundance and your heart. Okay, so this can be for some of you a large romantic offer. This can be a new friendship. This can be getting at that promotion or leveling up in a certain area of life. There's something where there seems to have been a block. Okay, but within a manifestation or within an area of life. And so you cleansing this out of your aura is actually going to release this, and you're going to notice all of these blessings coming in. Now you have the 8 of Swords, a little bit of stressy energy, 10 of Cups, and look at this, the 4 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This could not be a more beautiful reading. Let me scooch these over a little bit. What's around the corner for you, group number 1, is you're going to be presented with an offer that's going to make your heart really, really happy, and it's going to come straight from the unconditional loving heart of someone else. This definitely has offer written all over it, okay? Now we have 8, 10, 4, and 1. Okay, so you've been focusing on yourself for a very long time, and there are some things where you've been stressing yourself out a little bit, but nothing that you weren't able to see the other side of. This is an energy of this isn't in my life, so how can I believe it? Well, I believe it because it exists within me. I know that I can receive something because it's what I have to give, or I know that I can give something because I have enough of the resource, just things like this. You know that you can, but there's some sort of energy that is now in the pulsing phase, and it's on its way out, okay? So what's around the corner is like, this is going to be removed from your energy field, whether you are like booking Reiki, or you're doing yourself aura combing, or you're journaling, or whatever this is. This energy is now out, okay? And so 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands together with the Ace of Cups, it's like this is going to remove any last minute doubts or any last little bits and pieces of you that might want to have stress or anxiety or doubt or anything like this about your ability to see the light in this side of life. But the thing is, you are able to see it and move towards it without it being in your physical realm. But because you have now eliminated anything that could possibly lead to any of those more negative energies, you've released all of that. You've transmuted all that energy, released it out. And now you're going to experience the completion of the cycle in the physical realm in an emotionally fulfilling way. Now, there is another indication to your home here, which is the very first thing that popped up with the Pyrite. So I'm getting that you're going to feel a lot more comfortable at home. We do have 1014, we have 141, so there's an indication too that You have been focusing on yourself and your home is now transforming alongside you. And your home can be many things. Your home can be your internal state. Your home can be your intuition. Your home can be your sanctuary, your happy place. It can also be your physical house, your bed, your pets, your animals. Your home is going to feel more like an authentic reflection of you, and you're going to feel more comfortable there. For some of you, this can be even feeling at home at your yoga studio. For others of you, this can be feeling at home within, we have Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups, feeling at home within your friendships, okay? Feeling at home within your community, within your parents. We have 10 and 4, okay? 10 is paternal, Saturnian Capricorn. 4 is maternal, Cancerian and the moon. So there's an indication here that your inner child is going to feel so healed. So this might be something that is stemming from your inner child, or something that you've been working on with your inner child for a long time, where there's almost this energy here, the 1-8 of Swords with the death and rebirth. This is what's transforming. I'm going to cut the deck. And we have 6 of Wands, victory, gorgeous. They didn't want me to look too much into that because you already see what it is you're releasing, and they're saying 99% of the way into that healed energy. But when you tap into, when you allow yourself to sit in that dark energy and you do your shadow work and you bring those lights and that energy work and all of that beautiful new knowledge and wisdom and bliss and divine connection and source and light into that area of darkness, you still have to feel your way through it. You still have to honor it. But as you do that, you allow it to get better. You allow yourself to, 8 of Swords. Now, this is the Swords card, but we do have a lot of cups, okay? Which would indicate like crying. So if you need a good cry, that can be helpful. If you need a bath, that can be helpful. But first and foremost, this is noticing the areas of life where this has bled into, because as this energy that was once compartmentalized into one area of life, into one biosin, which would have been heat or pain, this pain is now dispersed. So you might notice like tiny little particles of it dispersed into other areas of life. And as you release it, you notice a lot of ease coming into several areas of life as well. So right before this happens, what's right around the corner is what you're probably looking at in the current moment is a lot of happiness and a lot of reasons why a lot of things that would stress other people out, or a lot of things that would have stressed the old you out, or a lot of things that should have, would have, could have turned stressful or anxious or negative, okay? But instead, you're looking at the positive because there's so much abundance in front of you. It's like you're noticing this as a diversion. You're noticing this as something that has been healed. Nevertheless, it's still right there, okay? Which is good. This is like you've already released something, but it's still on your fingertips about to roll off. Okay, that's what Spirit's showing me. So what's right around the corner for you is going to be, I just keep hearing solace and sanctity and peace and sanctuary. Without this energy, you're going to feel just this breath of fresh air. Some of you might have a memory attached to little bits and pieces of this energy where you just, where you breathe it in and it feels wonderful. And then after you finish processing that energy, you go back to that normal state. But now these states are inverting and they're flipping and transforming. So what's around the corner for you is definitely a financial offer, some sort of material offer, or some sort of endeavor that's going to allow you to take the next step, connect to nature, connect to yourself a little bit more, and release any stress. Now we do have the Pyrite, which is a stone of abundance, and it is an energy transmuter. Some of you, you're going to have an opportunity. 8 of Swords can also sometimes indicate like burnout, or you know when you have like physical energy but you spend so much time with like your devices that you kind of just feel drained, like device drained, okay? This is going to be removed from your life. So maybe something that you normally like type up on your computer or your notes or your iPad or something, maybe you'll take to a notebook for this. Or maybe you'll be finishing up that book that's on your iBooks and you'll be opening up a fresh book. Or maybe you'll get that screen protector, or maybe you'll just pick up an Orgonite or a Pyrite, something like this. But there's an indication too that something about your screen time is going to be, I just keep hearing ameliorated. Okay, so this might be less hours. This can be finding a way to make the process more comfortable. This can be bulk scheduling posts or something like this, okay? And this indicates you're going to be also like on top of things, if not a little bit ahead, okay? You're going to be feeling very comfortable, but instead of like juggling a bunch of things, 8 of Swords can also indicate like stress because there's a lot going on. 8 is like something in an endless loop, right? So This with swords, that can indicate, yes, your speech, but also your thought processes. So something that's been going around and around and around. Should I do this? Will I have the time to do this? How am I going to do this? Should I overthink this? Should I rationalize this? Should I tell people about it? How should I manifest it? All of these worries. These are going to be released. And you're going to be able to juggle all of these ideas, all of these topics, all of these opportunities with your feet on the ground steadily and easily. So this is right around the corner because you're already on the brink of this. You've already released this energy. It's showing up right now because you are still on your exhale. And after you exhale, you're going to push the rest of this energy out. And when you inhale, it's going to be like your first fresh breath of fresh energy or fresh air without this being attached to you. But you're just pushing the rest of this out of your aura and dispersing it, which is gorgeous. What else is around the corner for you? On the future side of your spread, you have the 10 of Cups, kind of where you're currently at and moving into 10 of Cups, and then you have 4 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Now, this is all water and fire energy, which is beautiful because this indicates you're going to be experiencing a lot more passion and creativity and emotional fulfillment. You're going to have more opportunities to go after what it is that you desire and what it is that you like to create, what it is that makes you happy, because you now feel like you have both feet on the ground. This is going to feel like a new chapter of your life completely, likely because it is. But this isn't something that you haven't been working hard for, and it's not something that you didn't need to kill off death and number 12 here on the Knight of Cups. You needed to make something out of nothing, or you needed to like kill off an old version of yourself, release some energy, or do something very tactical, very grounded, very in the material realm for a while. You needed to walk through this so that you could walk up into this stress, up until this one point. And by expanding this, by releasing this, it's actually allowing you all of those energies that you were trying to access, because it wasn't that you were doing this work. I mean, it was, but the reason you needed to do this work, the reason you needed to feel this way, the reason you needed to process these things was to walk into this chapter. And you likely knew this, but you're now approaching this energy that you're releasing right now that is allowing you to step into this without worry, without anxiety, without stress, without negative memories, or for some of you this can be like repressed memories or past life regressions or things like this, without any type of energy attached to it. So now you're experiencing, it's going to feel like freedom. It's going to feel like you're living in a dream. I'm hearing that song, Walking on a Dream. And let's see, what else is around the corner for group number 1? Wow. I'm hearing look at it and then shuffle back in. Okay, the Hermit. Okay, you're going to be finding more intuitive clarity about what it feels like to be healed. 6 of Swords, releasing something, but for the greater good. And 8 of Wands, communication, and Ace of Cups again. Okay, so you might have an opportunity to travel. That's coming up. The Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. Okay, what's coming up for you? You have Judgment, the Chariot, Hanged Man, and the Moon. Okay, there's something that you have wanted for a very long time. Now, there's a lot of kind of Cancerian energy, a lot of the Moon, a lot of Cups. We have 4 of Wands kind of coming up here. And the Chariot, which is the card of Cancer. So there is something that you've wanted for a very long time. Maybe this is a creative project, a romantic relationship, a certain kind of friendship, a familial connection, whatever this is. Okay, what's around the corner for you is primarily comfort related, but you're now going to feel the green light in your energy for this new chapter to begin. If there's a relationship you've really, really wanted, it's finally going to step into your life. If there's a creative project you've really, really wanted to work on, but you couldn't find the time or the space or the emotional depth, you're going to finally have the opportunity, the time, and it'll be easier. If there's a hobby you really wanted to get back into also, and perhaps you had some sort of blockage, injury, difficulty, mental anguish, anxiety, something like this, you've now transmuted this energy, and you're now combining your old mindset with your new mindset, taking the best of each and then releasing everything in the center. Everything about your new mindset in spite of your old mindset, and everything about your old mindset that needed to grow into this new mindset, but taking the positive aspects from both. And now with the Chariot, you're going to be moving a lot faster than you think you are. And you're going to actually be receiving some of the things that you deserve. And the future is a lot closer than you think it is. it's coded into the present moment. They say the past and the future are both coded into the present, so you might be able to pick up on what some of these things are. This is also how manifestation works. If you check out the butterfly effect as well. For example, if you leave a piece of litter on the ground, it can affect a lot of the environment. If you pick up a piece of litter, it can also affect a lot of the environment. The bigger the move, the bigger the effect, usually, but not always. That's not always the case. Okay, so sometimes we take big leaps and we'll get small things in return, and sometimes we'll make small steps and we'll get large things in return, and everything balances out in the long run. But now you're finally approaching this one small energy, but it took you a long time to get here. It took you a long time to build up the strength, for some of you the repertoire, for some of you that you needed to wait until a certain chapter of your life opened or closed, or you processed another certain energy before you could get down to this one. Okay, and now you've reached this point. And so what's around the corner for you is the opportunity to move forward. I'm hearing like, what is it, full steam ahead. Okay, you're going to be really like propelled forward in a significant way. And this does have a lot to do with your home life. This has a lot to do with your comfort, a lot to do with, for some of you, your chest, your heart chakra, your shoulders. Maybe some of you are going to find it easier to hold better posture. Some of you might be experiencing a romantic offer, a new friendship, something like this. And for all of you, or I accidentally said all of you when I was going to say some of you. So it might be the reason that this reading is so expansive and also general is probably because, as stated before, where this energy was compartmentalized and it's dispersed throughout your aura, you're going to notice, instead of it hurting really bad right here, just a tiny little film of this energy over several or all areas of your life. So as you release this, you'll notice freedom from whatever this is in all areas of your life. So we have Queen of Coins with the Moon and the Knight of Cups here. So when it comes to your career, okay, or your financial abundance, you're going to notice things flipping on their head in the positive sense. When it comes to your career, you're going to notice that things that you have wanted or been working for a long time are coming to the surface. You're going to notice that people offer you a next leg up. When it comes to your stress, you're going to be able to identify that and release it very easily. When it comes to your love life or your home life, for example, you're finally going to be getting things that you thought that you deserved, knew that you deserved, because you deserve happiness and fulfillment and bliss and joy, and the only thing that can be in the way is an energy somewhere. But now you've identified this energy, you've released it, so now in the future, you're going to not only feel comfortable, but you're going to be able to stand in gratitude for the way that everything's gone up until this point. The reason being, they're showing me the lattice here. Okay, Asanoha can be significant for some of you, but also how it's going over and under and over and under, and then it creates this beautiful little shape in the center. There's an indication that diamonds are formed under pressure, so are pearls, but at the same time, the way that things were woven, you're going to look back and say, wow, that was creative, wow, that was beautiful. I'm so glad that I unconsciously, subconsciously, my higher self, my guides did that for myself, instead of to myself, or in spite of myself, or whatever it is. You're transmuting this energy entirely. So what's around the corner is everything that is the result of this. You're going to look back at other times when this energy got in your way, when it was more compiled. Maybe times when you were treated unfairly, where you were treated poorly, where you accepted less than what you deserved. But because deep down, this energy was allowing you to have some sort of mindset that attributed to it subconsciously. And so that's the electricity that you put out. Let's not forget that our mind is electric and our heart is magnetic. So because of this, whatever you think is what you magnetize, is what you attract. And that's why like working on your mental narrative is so important. But I'm also seeing that you've done a lot of the dirty work. You've cleaned up a lot of this, and it's gorgeous. And you're now like spreading your butterfly wings. We do have a lot of water popping up here too. We have Pisces. We do have a bit of Aries here. We have Cancer. Judgment is Libra. Okay. There's a lot of indication that you're going to be feeling a lot more emotionally fulfilled from your life. But at the same time, you're going to find it easier to take the actions that you want to take because your mind is telling you that you can. And that one little bit of you that you were maybe not looking at, or that you were allowing to get in your way, or that was imposed onto you or conditioned into you from a past life, your childhood, parents did come up as well here, whatever this is, you're going to be able to look at this and say, I do not own this, I do not claim this. And you're probably at the space right now where you're like eliminating and dispersing this energy. Okay, and so what's right around the corner is you're going to have a swift push forward. They're literally showing me like you about to receive everything that you wanted, but you have no idea. Or maybe you've been being shown this vision for a very long time, and when you approach this, you almost either don't believe it, or Spirit's been kind of dangling the carrot in front of your face, getting you to walk just another inch, just another inch, just another inch, to creep you towards this pain, this stress, this intrusive thought, this negative belief, whatever this is. This, you can look at it energetically, mind, body, spirit, however it's coming up for you, probably a little bit of all of the above. But as you approach it and you say, I do not claim this does not belong to me any longer, and you hold that inner child, or you send Reiki to that past life version of yourself, you call all of your energy back, cleansed and cleared and uplifted and blessed, you're able to remove this energy once and for all, and then the universe is going to just give you that little nudge that you need, and you're actually going to have already noticed that you've been in that chapter of your life, and that this was a blindfold that you had on, that you weren't. Even though you did the hard work to get there, this is what you wanted, you followed the correct steps. Now that last little bit is released. So what's around the corner for you is you're going to see how blessed and abundant you have been. And it's going to exponentially grow, because you kind of, in a sense, your higher self and your spirit guides almost, like knowingly on your end, still bamboozled you into approaching something that you knew tactically you wanted, you knew tactically you were able to move towards. It makes sense if you do, if you take the step onto 1, then you can move to 2, and then you can move to 3. But in the process, you like knowingly bamboozled yourself into being exactly where you wanted to be. And so the last thing is you taking the blindfold off, and even though you knew, they're showing me like Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, where she's able to track where she's at with her feet and all of her surroundings. So it's like you were able to know where you were at, but you're taking the blindfold off. So now you're able to see it and embrace it too. And from the step of new abundance, because you're feeling this, because you're allowing that to be where you are, and you know that that's your entire truth now, it's going to just permeate everywhere, because that last little bit of your mindset has been released. And so it's going to magnetize through your heart, and you're going to get better than what you initially thought you deserved, because you already look around and you see what you have, and you know that you can have more because you deserve better. You deserve more because the universe is divine unconditional love, and anything around you that doesn't resonate with that in your sovereign soul's being will transmute and take care of that for you. And you've been taking those tactical steps, you've been taking those emotional steps, those creative steps. You've been speaking about this too, but now it's finally time that you get to experience what it's like without this burden on your back, without this anxiety in your heart, without this narrative in your head. You're actually going to be fully free of it. Not free in spite of it, not free ignoring it, not free right now until the cycle comes back around or the person comes back around or the situation. It's gone now. Now it's released. So you're going to experience the exact opposite of whatever this pain was. And it's going to be beautiful for you, except this time you're going to trust it. You're going to allow it. It's going to be gorgeous and amazing and perfect. They're telling me there are some more tactical things around the corner in here for you too. So I'm going to pull some of these out just so that you can have a little bit more, substance to your reading. Okay. Just to send you off with some good tactical things that are coming your way around the corner. Okay. We have for some of you a new romantic offer or friendship, okay? You're going to be understanding some dream sequences that have been happening for you for a while, okay? If you've been having some repetitive dreams, astrally projecting, having some weird dreams, maybe dealing with some old stuff, all right? These dream sequences are going to be coming to the forefront, okay? You're going to be tapping into your subconscious. Some of you might be connecting with an old spirit guide, or they're showing me spirit guides that I've connected with personally, but people who have actually walked on this earth and then come to me in spiritual form. So something like that might be occurring for you. For some of you, this can be a grandparent. For others of you, this can be somebody who has studied something that you're interested in, that you look up to, okay? Others of you, or actually also, you're going to have some sort of like financial or material raise is coming very, very strongly as well, okay? Some of you are going to be experiencing perhaps a move in your home. You might be experiencing like an increase in your finances, or an ability to splurge on yourself a little bit more financially or emotionally. There's an indication here that you're going to have more time to yourself, more time to relax, and more time to play as well. Some of you might be taking a road trip coming up, maybe something you've been wanting to do for a while, but it didn't seem tangible. But it's going to be something that will help you tap into your expression as well as your inner child. It's going to be something that is fun, playful. Maybe there's a romantic thing popping up over here too. Definitely a road trip coming up for some of you. They're showing me a desert. Okay, so some of you might be visiting a desert, or you might be finding the theoretical life in a desert. Okay, some of you might be reading The Alchemist, or you might enjoy that book while you are taking your road trip. What else is coming up for you? A lot of you are going to be looking at yourself in the mirror differently. Okay, a lot of you are going to be looking at yourself in the mirror and you're going to go, wait, have I been that blank for so long? Have I really been that, like, you're going to look at yourself through fresh eyes, but it's going to be only in the best of best ways. And you're going to look at yourself and go, wait, has this been there the whole time? And it's going to be all positive stuff. Okay. I'm also noticing just you're going to be feeling a lot better. You're going to look back at all the hard work that you've done, all the times you rolled up your sleeves and people were like, you can't do that, and you did it anyway. All the times where you had maybe sleepless nights, or you had to work extra hours, or whatever this is, all the hard work that you did. I keep hearing Dirty Work by Steely Dan in your reading. Okay. You're going to be looking back saying, I am so glad that I did all of that, because now I'm finally at the result of the reason why I did all that work. And this can be in your career. This can be in your mindset. This can be with your emotions. This can be something like dream journaling, or writing down your manifestations, or keeping a diary. Okay, it doesn't have to be written, and it doesn't have to be in job. But it can be anything like this. I'm so glad that I worked on my anxiety, or I'm so glad I started working with crystals or learning Reiki, whatever this is. You're going to look back and say, wow, that really paid off. Also, your home does keep coming up. Some of you, I'm hearing interior design, and they're showing me like the home edit, okay? So some of you might be having the time or the space to tidy up your home. You might be reorganizing it a little bit. They're showing me this, I read in Atomic Habits by James Clear, there's this like trigger that people have. Like if you have everything from I don't know, the dollar store, and then one day you just buy a very nice piece of furniture from I don't know, something very nice. You're not going to replace that piece of furniture with other things from the dollar store. You're going to over time like upgrade everything that you have from the dollar store. Not that there's anything wrong with the dollar store. We love deals over here. But what I'm saying is that when you when you level something up, not from a place of material gain, but from a place of enjoying your life luxuriously, whatever that looks like for you. Can be material things, can be emotional depth, can be anything that is fulfilling to your heart. But as you level up one thing, you're going to want everything else on that level. So you might be experiencing like an opportunity just to go tidy up that junk drawer, or color code your bookshelf, which I highly recommend. You might be like cleaning out your refrigerator or your closet, or getting yourself a new wardrobe, getting some new paintings for your house, like just recalibrating yourself and your sanctuary, your happy place, and vice versa. Okay, some of you might be getting like a new yoga mat, or a new they're showing me like a new yoga mat, a new like gong, and some singing bowls. Like some of you might just be really getting some like self-care tools. Maybe you're gonna get that crystal you've been eyeballing for a little while, but it's a little expensive, but you're gonna have a little bit of extra money to splurge and go get that alexandrite, or go get that vanadinite. Okay, like something like that. And then finally with the Ace of Cups, I'm feeling you're gonna be getting more sleep as well. And you're going to feel it more at the end of the day, like your work is done. So some of you might be, maybe you have like a job where you always are in the middle of a project, or maybe in your relationship, you're always in the middle of a conversation, or you fall asleep watching a movie or whatever. You're going to have a more solidified, closed day. So for some of you, you might be like stumbling into a nighttime routine or a morning routine, or you'll be looking back saying, well, I'm really glad I started my skincare a few months ago, or whatever this is. You're really going to be feeling like you've grown up, and that this caused you to have a glow up. And the last little piece of that was allowing you to look that right in the mirror, right in the face, was this energy that you are currently approaching. And as you release it, you're taking like a right turn, which means that your back is facing this energy and it's now in your past. And because of this, you have beautiful light attribute things coded all over your life just because of this. And finally, there's an indication that you guys are going to be having, a lot more fun in your life, but also feeling a lot more freedom. And I'm hearing freedom for the future too. So you might be feeling more capable of doing anything. You might even expand your dreams a little bit. You might notice that you are able to do some things you've always wanted to do a little bit sooner. And we do have 9s coming up right a bit here. 18 is a 9, 72 is a 9, okay? And we have Zen at the end of Boysen, which is letting me know some of you might be feeling more Zen in your life. You might be studying Zen masters, for example, Zen Buddhism, or you could just be feeling more, they're showing me like a yogi on a yoga mat, more just Zen in general as a general energy term for just calmness, tranquility, okay? And of course, this is by transforming yourself in the past to find that inner peace, and then with the relationships in your life, allowing them to bring abundance to you, allowing yourself to charge ahead and connect with those that are meaningful in your life and have those meaningful connections, those meaningful conversations, allowing you to have more freedom in the future too, because you've been working on creating and transforming and releasing for so long that a lot of your dreams, a lot of things in your subconscious are coming up to the forefront. And so as you're releasing those things that don't serve you, your dreams are coming to the forefront too. And they're not just the dreams that you have when you're asleep. They're also the dreams and the visions that your soul has for you. So you're stepping more into your blueprint, more into more opportunities, into more creativity, more tranquility, more abundance. And this is just beautiful for you, group number 1. Just one more time, screen time is coming up. So you might have an opportunity to get a healthier form of device, maybe get an orgonite. The one that I'm wearing here is a little Merkaba. Pyrite is in almost all organites because it's very good for EMFs, okay? Or there might be something going on where you're able to get a new form of technology, like you might be able to upgrade your laptop or get a stronger Wi-Fi router, or maybe get one of those, they're showing me like those little personal travel hotspot things, okay? That'll probably only be for some of you, but all of the things you've been working towards, all those little things you've been maybe on your Pinterest board or in your Amazon shopping cart list, or little things that you've been putting off for later when you have more abundance or you have more peace or you have more time, that's here now, and you're releasing the energy that is telling you that you're not, and you're kind of just scrubbing your eyes open and you're seeing everything for what it is, and you're really seeing how far you've come. And this is amazing. You have beautiful things right around the corner for you, group number 1, and I also want to say good job. Congratulations. I commend you for your strength and your ability to walk through this huge chapter of your life with fortitude and strength and inner abundance, knowing that the more that you cultivate your internal world, the more it'll permeate outside. And sometimes it's hard to take your glasses off and still be able to see, but that's exactly what's going on here, for lack of a better term. So that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. This is what you have coming up next, right around the corner. And I hope you have an amazing and beautiful rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Namaste. Hi there, group number 2. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here today as we take a look at what is right around the corner for you. Now, you chose this blue Tektite crystal, which is a type of moldavite, which is absolutely gorgeous. It is very rare, it's blue, and this lets me know right off the bat that you are my high vibrational pile. You maybe stem from the higher dimensions. You might have access to your crystalline blueprint, your crystal light. You might resonate with being a starseed, or like an Agarthan, a Lemurian, Atlantean, something like this. You're definitely my you are definitely out of this world, and you know it. Okay. With this group, what's right next around the corner with this, they're immediately showing me crystalline energy. They're showing me Lyra. Okay, they're showing me Polaris, and they're also showing me the blue avians. Okay. Now, there's an indication, you might resonate with some of these systems, you might not, but they're tapping me into this energy where you have the ability to tap into things molecularly. You might be a very, very strong energy healer. I'm getting that your gifts are about to be expanding significantly around the corner. And this might be something that is new to you, not having abilities and gifts, but maybe new ones that have surfaced recently are going to be expanding exponentially. Or if there's something that you are aware that you are phenomenally good at, for example, this is going to be expanding past your own norm. This is showing me Mikao Usui, the founder of Reiki, okay, who when he discovered Reiki, he tripped and fell down the mountain, and he stubbed his toe and injured it. And when he touched his toe, it miraculously healed. And he was able to utilize this knowledge to put together everything that he had learned while he was in meditation at the top of the hill before he came down. There's this indication here. They're showing me miraculous abilities, like things that are definitely beyond this world. And certain examples might be the ability to heal by touch, but radical healing by touch, okay? This might be like light language, okay? For, of course, light or extra dimensional activities, okay? Or beings, dimensions. You might be tapping into your original molecule, okay? And be vibrating out with that. Apart from past, present, future parallel lives or different places that your consciousness has traversed beyond the dimensions, you might be tapping in with your original molecule, okay, of space, your original spark of consciousness. You might be able to seed some of the knowledge that you've retained from past, present, future lifetimes, parallel lifetimes. Time's always happening on top of itself, so if your energy's anywhere else or it ever has been or ever will be, you'll be able to tap into it from here. You're very much aware of this. Some of you might be expanding your remote viewing as well, or you might be called to remote view something that you didn't feel called to remote view before. Hypnotherapy and past life regression is also like coming up as well to the forefront. So there might be something here where maybe you are a hypnotherapist and you're getting into QHHT, okay, Dolores Cannon's quantum healing hypnosis therapy. Or maybe you are a Reiki healer and you're tapping into crystalline healing energy, or you're tapping into stronger energy currents, okay? You have some sort of, they're saying easy peasy lemon squeezy blueprint, okay, right in front of you that you've seen replicated, you know how to replicate, and this had no foundation in your skills, but you acquired it as a tool. Okay, they're showing me, this message is just pouring out right now, okay? They're showing me a bunch of people like sanding a brick. Okay, like everybody has their own brick and they're like making sure that it's all smooth and perfect and amazing and gorgeous, and they're like, this is my brick, this is the brick of my life, I have to make sure that it's beautiful. Everybody that's working on their brick has a sense of direction and is grounded, and everybody who's not isn't, and their brick has to be the smoothest one, but they all just end up being smooth. And you seem to have built, like taken a million bricks and laid down this huge foundation, and you're building, they're showing me specifically a mosque, okay, or a temple or something beautiful like this, some sort of beautiful shrine, okay? They're showing me, now of course this is most likely an analogy, some of you might be literally doing something like this, but they're showing me everyone is looking down at their brick, trying to make sure that their brick turns out exactly the same as everybody else's in a way that's better than everybody else. But you've removed yourself from this and you're just following your purpose, your mission. Okay, so what's around the corner for you is they're showing me everybody who's been working on their brick, trying to make it all the same but somehow different, but is not successful at it, looking up and seeing what you have built. Because now instead of seeing you have one brick and then go get another one, and they're kind of like, oh, this person has no direction, this person doesn't know what they're talking about, this person isn't grounded, whatever. They're starting to open up their eyes and they're seeing not only what you can do, but what you've done. And so they're starting to say, well, what else can you do? Well, what else have you done? Who are you? Where are you from? Okay. And the answer always is, I'll draw a reference here from the Bible and or the Torah here, I am who am, right? As we all are, as we all have been, as we all will be, regardless of what dimension you're talking about, regardless of which collective you're talking about, regardless of which planet or density or anything like this. It's I am who am. Okay, so what's around the corner for you is, I'm hearing the great reveal, okay? It's like the cloak is going to come off. And people are going to see, like, look up and see what you've been building. And these are people who have been maybe in competition with you, who, people who perhaps didn't give you the benefit of the doubt, people who didn't believe in you, people who thought that you had no direction because you were working on building a larger foundation than they were building. And slow and steady wins the race, okay? It's like people saw you working on something and it looked crazy because maybe you're overlaying bricks in a spiral and you're saying, no, you don't understand because I'm building a large foundation for something and I'm utilizing the Fibonacci spiral, and so everything is working like this. And then these people are looking at their brick saying, man, you should really just be focusing on your brick. You don't have any direction. You can't just make art like that. But it's like, it's everything. It is everything. So you are cracking people open to their own potential. You might be having Reiki healers come to you for healing or for attunement, for example. You might be having star seeds come to you for expansion of what they know. You can have past life regressionists come to you for help cracking into their past life. This is the level beyond the next level, beyond the next level, beyond the next level, but not one that is higher or lower than, not in a comparative sense. But what's around the corner is people noticing what you have to offer, noticing what you're tapping into, okay? And you not saying, oh, I can do this and you can't, or absorbing any of their projections or even projecting anything back onto them other than, well, you can do it too. And that confuses them. When energies pass through each other, say when I meet you and you meet me and we have a conversation about, I don't know, our dogs. You'll say something about your dog and I say something about my dog, and they reflect and they polarize and the energies polarize. But if this is something about, I'm hearing, you'll work hard for your money. Okay, say someone's working really hard for their money, and somebody else is singing, I'm hearing sanctuary now. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary. Okay, so it's like, if you have a conversation about money and then sanctuary, and you're out here talking about sanctuary, someone else is talking about money. Now, they're just different. Neither is right or wrong, they're just different. One is crown, the other is root. Sahasrara, Muladhara. Okay, and when these things pass through each other and the energy in the middle transmutes and disperses and becomes big and amazing and beautiful, that is the divine plan. That is the universe getting to know itself, remembering itself. And so while you are tapping into such beauty, such things that are out of this world, you've been misunderstood. I'm hearing misunderstood by banks. You have been categorized. You've been having people put you in a box, project onto you. Oh, that's an ego projection. No, it's a channeled message. Oh, that's a delusion. No, it's intuition. Oh, that's that lacks direction. No, my foundation is larger. Things like this. Okay. Now these people are looking up and they're going to see this. And this isn't about external validation. This is about your foundation is laid and you've built the first story of this building. And now people are looking up and they're going to start saying, wow, can I help you build the second story, the third story? What are you envisioning here? Because now I can see it, because now it exists. Okay, it's no longer a figment of imagination or a vibration in the universe. You've harnessed all these energies and grounded them. You've successfully seeded this vibration into the realm. And this can be anything. This can be a type of healing energy. Energy work is coming out very, very strongly, as well as like light codes, okay? And things like this, okay? We have behind the scenes. Okay. Oh man. Group number 2, you have behind the scenes. It's like you embody what is behind the scenes. So what is around the corner for you is you further embodying what's behind the scenes. But as you bring something to light, whatever this is, there are still more molecules that expand and you can move past. I'm going to grab this book that I'm just going to read this part to you. Hold on. So 2 American atomic scientists were awarded the 1959 Nobel Physics Prize today for the discovery of the antiproton, proving that matter exists in 2 forms, as particles and antiparticles. This talks about subatomic particles. According to one of the fundamental assumptions of the new theory, there may exist another world, or an anti-world, built up of antimatter. This antimaterial world would consist of atomic and subatomic particles spinning in reverse orbits to those of the world we know. In these 2 worlds, if these 2 worlds should ever clash, they would both be annihilated in one blinding flash. There's your singularity. In this statement, the following propositions are put forward. 1, there's an antimaterial atom or particle which is made up of the anti-qualities of material atoms. 2, there is another world besides this material world of which we have only limited experience. And 3, the antimaterial and material worlds may clash at a certain period and may annihilate one another. this is Easy Journey to Other Planets. This book is very close to my heart. With behind the scenes. And you chose the Tektite, which is not surprising, honestly, group 2. Your energy here, what's around the corner, is you are showing people the subatomic particles that exist to every particle. It's like you are a walking bit of antimatter. For everything that exists, there must be the equal and opposite. This is a law of physics in our own realm. And applying this to everything, it's like when you tap into synesthesia for the first time, or when you do a journeying meditation for the first time, you are showing people that there is always something behind whatever they're seeing. There is always the opposite side. If you look at a ball, or you look at the moon, for example, there's the light side of the moon and the dark side of the moon. And we always see the light side of the moon, but that doesn't mean that the other doesn't exist. In fact, it must exist. And that's what you're showing people. It's like you are the embodiment of the dark side of the moon. Sorry. You are the embodiment of just gorgeousness. Like you are showing people something that they thought didn't exist, and then showing them that it not only does it exist, but how and what you can do with it. Okay, which is so interesting. So what's around the corner for group number 2? That was certainly a channeled message that just poured right out. There's the World card at the bottom of the deck. They're saying shuffle one more time with the left. Spirit, angels, and guides of group number 2. Or I guess group number 2's higher self, because let's be honest here. What is, okay, around the scenes? Okay, we have 4 of Swords, healing, High Priestess, intuition, 4 of Coins. Ha 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 ha. Okay, you've been watching yourself get, this phrase, 4 of Cupped, okay, for a while now. And we have the 6 of Wands, the Magician, and the Hierophant. But you knew what you were manifesting, and you knew it would be victorious, successful, because you followed your intuition the entire time. And it wasn't just your intuition. You followed your inner knowing, not your inner hunch, not your inner guess. You followed your inner memories, which is different than following your... I don't want to say it's different from your intuition, because intuition is a very, very relative and grounded term, okay? This isn't, oh, I kind of have a hunch that maybe this would be cool. It's like you remember the blueprint of a lot of things, and so you're able to tap into and unfold the blueprint for anything that you decide to look at or experience. This is leading me to believe you might be reading the Akashics, you might be an energy reader, you could be an energy worker, an energy healer, you could be trying to work really hard on a soul mission. Whatever this is, you certainly have a sense of purpose and mission here. That seems like it was getting overlooked for a while, and this is what you healed in the past. While you were working on this, and you were building your foundation, everyone else was focusing on their one little brick, saying, you don't have direction, you're projecting your ego, thinking you can do all of that, there's da-da-da-da. And you're watching these people tell you their experience. And you're saying, okay, I'm gonna keep knowing that I know what I'm doing, okay? And judgment. This is finally like, I'm gonna say judgment day has come, or you've awakened, they're showing me like awakening the masses. They're showing me like Easter, okay? They're showing me Ramadan. They're showing me rebirth. They're also showing me a lily flower, okay? Gorgeous energy here. So what's around the corner for you is people are going to start seeing the beauty of that one thing that you're striving for. It's like in the 4 of Coins, there are the 3 coins that you have or that are right in front of you, and you're looking out at the 4th one. You're like, no, no, no. I want that 4th one. And some people will look at it and they'll say, well, you're not appreciating the 3 that you have. But you might say, no, 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 I know, but that's not it. You can strive for more, okay? And it's not about, this is not about gluttony. This is about seeing the plan. And there's a differentiation here. That's where the misconstruing was happening with the 4 of Swords. And you healed through this. You walked through this. And you said, allow me to be misunderstood. May those without sin throw the first stone, literally. And this is just gorgeous energy here. What's around the corner for you is you're going to reach that 4th cup. Whatever this was that you were striving for. In fact, I have a feeling that you're already like, you have your hands open for it and it's landing in your hand right now. And because of this, we have 4 and 6, mirroring numbers 1551, okay? You changed, but they're showing me unfolding, like continual, like universal unfolding, okay? And you're able to like unfold everything and bring that divine change. It's like if you have a 55, which can be a challenge, that's the shadow attribute. The light attribute is a like transmutation, a transformation, okay? So it goes from challenge to literal fun, okay? The shadow and light attributes of Leo, 5, the sun, okay? So when you look at a shadow attribute 5, it's folded in on itself, it's dense, it's compressed, it's an obstacle, a challenge, you have to get through it. But on the light attribute, you unfold this, and on the inside of this blossom, it pops through, it transmutes. You're able to turn nothing into something, turn an obstacle into an opportunity. You're able to take, notice that people are really good at pointing out the shadow attributes, but they don't understand the light attribute behind it. Or they'll point out one thing and they say, no, this has to be the light attribute, this has to be the shadow attribute, but you're able to unfold it either way. And you're able to see exactly where everything is at, which is what allowed you to build this foundation, because you had that higher perspective view. Now what's around the corner is, I just keep hearing like, validation for this, but you never needed that in the first place. It's the validation that was neglected towards you, that you needed to almost not unground yourself, but you needed to tap out for a minute. You needed to become that subatomic particle. You're like, you might not believe that I exist, but here I am walking and acting and speaking and existing, okay? And at the same time, they're showing me like dark energy and dark matter, okay? You might be interested in looking into these at the same time. This might help you with a more like quantum explanation of this, okay, or understanding of what's going on here. But I'm getting that from whatever your perspective is, whatever angle this is for you, whether it's energy work or building something or anything. It's like you have this blueprint that has been encoded into you, and you have been working nonstop, following things until you reach the point where you know that you are today, and you're stepping into that. And what's directly around the corner for you is success, victory, a lot of attention on you, people saying, wait, how did you manifest that? Wait, how did you know to commit to that? Wait, how did you know that it was this one and not that one? How did you know? I'm saying which one was real and which one was fake, okay? And it's because you're real, you're not fake, and you didn't second guess that. And anything about you that you needed to re-examine or reevaluate or anything like that, you align that. When you align yourself with truth, truth comes to you, you know truth, you are truth. But on that journey, you know how it goes. You have to be truthful with yourself. You have to be truthful with others. You have to always be honest. You have to always be truthful, but it's not about your throat chakra. I mean, it is. But sound is the embodiment of the universe. If you think about in the Sefer Yetzirah, for example, this shows how speech and, or not just speech, but sound and code go together. Everything has a particular code, and every code has a particular sound, and that's the same basis for Sanskrit. It's the same basis for the Hebrew language. It's the same basis that I believe is in even Zoroastrianism touches upon this as well. No matter which perspective or area you take on this, it's like you vibrate with truth, with the universe, and that allows universal truth to be known upon you and speak and channel through you. And so this truth and victorious, this allows you to victoriousness, victory. This allows you to continue manifesting. But take a look at this for a second. We have 1 5 1 1 1 5 5 1 1 5. Look at that. Tell me tell me. Okay. You changed yourself, and you needed to focus on yourself to allow yourself to materialize your self-realization into your physical realm. Looking at this as 1 1, which is also 11, which is also a 2, High Priestess. Okay, check this out. You looked at the challenges within yourself. You looked at yourself, what you needed to change. You took this into action. You realized yourself. You brought this into fruition. You were able to consume this and allowed it to blossom within your internal world. And from this, you took another look at yourself and said, how can I express this? How can I express this? Okay, I see what is down there. I see these 3. Here's the 4. How can I express this? Bring it into fruition, okay? But you know that there's another change ahead. So you said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and transmute this energy. I'm going to go ahead and take this another step forward. You got to where you wanted to get. And then you said, I'm going to still turn this inside out one more time. I can still recycle this again because I've seen what's past that. So you know there's another step to take. So this allows you to go back within you and say, okay, let's take another look at that blueprint. Let's take another look at that blueprint now, because now you did all the steps that you needed to take to get to the next level. You built that foundation, you built the first story. Now it's time for the second story, okay? Now you're looking at yourself again, and it's time for another change. Now, how are you going to recommit yourself to this, but from a fresh slate with that foundation already built? Okay, so what's around the corner for you is honestly a lot of being able to focus on yourself, but recommit yourself, to your divine nature, to your higher self. Now, when I say higher self, this is of course a relative term. Depending on who you are, where you're at, you will understand what I'm talking about. This is the common term, right, for your soul. And it's gorgeous with your access to the 5th dimension or your portal gateway to higher than that. And here, you have this beautiful access of now being able to not only see your foundation, but walk through that building that you build. You have the opportunity to enjoy the rooms that you put in there and paint the walls and everything like that. And everyone else is still working on their brick. But as everybody sands their brick to make it all smooth, they're noticing their brick getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And they're wondering, and you're saying where attention goes, energy grows. And they're saying, well, I'm putting all my attention on this brick. Why is it shrinking? And you're saying, because you're sanding it down. Because you're sanding it down. And you'll understand. Okay, yes, I'm getting confirmation. You understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, they told me not to look at these. I'm going to pull my other deck now. Okay. Oh! And my obsidian sphere just fell. Okay, so that's for you. That's for you. Death and rebirth at the back. Let's see what's going on here. What is around the corner for group number 2? What's around the corner for group number 2? 2 of Cups, Knight of Wands. Yeah, everybody's going to be looking up. And they're going to say, wait, how did you do that? Wait, I want to do that. Wait. Oh, I remember that now. Okay. Wait. Can I come with you? Can I come with you? Can I take your example? You might notice a common theme recently being people copying you, taking inspiration from you. And some of it might be like, some of it's from takey like energies, and then maybe some of it was from like just being drained and needing inspiration. Okay, you'll notice that recently probably a theme that was coming up for you was people looking at you, your path, what you're doing, and saying, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. So let me take their very literal example, okay? Because this is what was happening. You were not sanding down a brick, and you're not just building a building. You were building a building, and you also built the yellow brick road in order to get there. And so people are looking at you like, how did you have all the time to do this? How did you process all this energy? And you said, because I processed all of the energy. That's what you did. Because this isn't your first time doing this. 2 of Wands with the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck, because you did this out of love. You did this out of love for the universe, out of unconditional love for everything, because you removed any energetic block that was between you and your happiness. And so you're able to show up energetically, joyously, and authentically every single moment, every single time. And the way that you were able to do this was by going within. Look at all these cards of going within here. So now, what's around the corner for you is a bit of a new community, okay? This might be old community resurfacing. We have 10-10 here, okay? Oh, 6 of Cups. Yeah. So a lot of old people coming back into your life saying, wait, I want to do that too. Can I do that too? A lot of old people, not old people maybe, but like old people that were in your past, people from your past, okay, coming back up and saying, wait. So I totally misjudged you. That was totally misguided. I'm so sorry I treated you like that. Starting to literally copy your every move, okay? Maybe you, I noticed this, you know what, I feel called not to say that. That's irrelevant. But you might notice that you plant geraniums, okay? And somebody's like, wow, those are really pretty and they smell really good. And then you make essential oils out of them and it's really cool. And I love that you do that and it's so healing and it taps me with feminine energy and I just love it, okay? And so you'll notice that all these people are now buying geranium seeds and they're planting geraniums everywhere. And you're like, well, you know, you could plant like lilies or sunflowers or start a community garden or plant some vegetables. And they're like, no, you planted geraniums, you said geraniums, you put geraniums here, so we're all going to do geraniums. So you're kind of watching like, oh, okay. So you're going to notice this a little bit. You've recently you're coming out of a pattern of seeing a lot of this because you had energy when others didn't, okay? They're showing me like a wave of the collective. Usually we'll experience kind of dark night of the soul in waves, okay? And then depending on your own path, your own journey, okay, you'll notice like maybe you'll be on the first wave and then you'll notice people kind of fall into it after that, okay? Or maybe you will notice that you are on the up and up when everybody else is kind of in that pit, okay? And so they will say, wait, why are you energized and we're all not? Or why do you have that connection to the higher realms when we do not? And this might be people who normally do, okay? So they'll be tapping into your energy, they'll be taking your example, they'll be taking your inspiration, but what's around the corner is them realizing that they had it within them all along and that you were doing the hard work. Because now that they're showing up, doing what you had to do, they're following your yellow brick road, they're saying, wow, did you hike 40 miles to get here and then build this foundation while I was focused on my little brick? Is that what you were doing? And you're on your little Queen of Pentacles here going, maybe. Like, I'm hearing someone say like a lady doesn't kiss and tell or something like you'll learn when you get there or something like just very ethereal and very almost apathetic, but like lovingly apathetic, where you're like you see somebody project at you and you're like, hey, I love you too, but I'm not going to accept this energy around me. And they're like, well, I know that you were divinely guided. I know that you are subatomic. We'll just use the word subatomic. You are tapped into the antimatter. You're tapped into the subatomic. You are tapped in beyond the veil. It's like they're showing me a bunch of people walking along in the veil, trying to peek in, like trying to look at the veil and peek beyond. But you're walking around on the other side of the veil, like with like your arm in the realm, like beyond the veil. And you're like, well, maybe if I put this over here and that over there and this over here. And everyone's like, wait, how do you have your feet back there? Like, how'd you get there? Like, what's going on? And you're like, follow the yellow brick road. And they're like, but that means I have to do work. And you're like, exactly. And I had to do that work too. You know, and you learn and you grow and you live and you release this. What's around the corner for you is a new sense of understanding for people around you. Okay. Now, just like I did for group number 1, I'm going to ground this a little bit. I'm going to find you some tactical, things in the earthly realm that you are going to see around the corner. Okay. Victory in success in career. Also, more creative inspiration. You'll notice your intuition expanding, and that is a relative term, okay? If you have spiritual gifts or something that you've been really excited, or a practice that you want to expand or spend more time on, that is going to be allotted to you, okay? Some of you, you're going to be noticing your manifestations change. What you want to manifest is going to change. It's going to get bigger and better and grander, but your old manifestations are going to be coming in, okay? You might be helping people through their Kundalini awakenings, okay? You might be helping people identify the difference between ego projection and a Kundalini expression, okay? Because they're two different things, but they can often get misconstrued because they both tap into that golden light that is the sun. See what I'm saying here? Yes, of course you do. We have the Hierophant, indicating commitment. Okay, so if you are in some sort of, if you got some paperwork to go through, or there's like a legal thing that's popping up, or a commitment that's kind of on the, whatever this is going to be transmuted. It's going to be fulfilling. It's going to be beautiful, because the answer to this is going to lay in the past. Okay, how did you deal with something before? And how can you take your current knowledge and use your foundation in order to ameliorate this situation, whatever this is, okay? You're going to get through some paperwork, or like a legal issue or a commitment or something like this a lot faster than you think you are. If you sent something out, you're going to get accepted into it, or if you've been waiting to hear back from something or somebody, it might take a little bit, but it will be because they are going to come to you in a higher vibration than they would have if they answered you right away. But it's going to happen. So right around the corner, you're going to have some more time to yourself. Okay, you might be spending more time on your yoga mat. You might be spending some time outside going camping. You might be spending some time journeying. Some of you might be taking people on journeys with you. You might be bringing some other people with you behind the realm. You might be like doing journeying or Akashic record reading or something like this, and actually bringing people with you on the journey. Okay. What's going on? Okay, you're going to notice that your hard work is paying off, and that a lot of it you don't have to do alone anymore. Some of you might be accepting a new member onto your team. Your business might be bringing somebody else on the team to help you out with some of your busy work. Okay, some of you might be able to hire an assistant. Some of you are going to notice that you've done so much work in certain areas that it actually creates something new that you didn't intend to make, but you knew that you were onto something. Okay, so you might actually be accidentally birthing something new just by kind of being yourself, and like in the process. It's like in the process of building your, let's say it's a temple. In the process of building your little temple, huge temple, I'm sorry, you'll notice that your scrap pieces end up turning into a beautiful like piece of art. And so you have an extra room that you built because you were guided to build an extra room by your intuition. And then you notice you can put all of your art in this extra room. And then it also has like an art gallery add-on that wasn't part of your intention, but your intuition guided you there, and everything just so happened to work out. Okay, something like that. It's just going to be very synchronistic. Something's going to have been created by you as a result of your hard work on accident. Okay, your internal self is going to be showing a lot more, not because you're presenting it more, not because you're presenting yourself differently, but because you've been presenting yourself around a certain group or in a certain way or towards a certain person or people, whatever, for so long. Like you were the weirdo building the foundation and the yellow brick road while everyone else was focusing on the brick for so long that now they're starting to see what you've already built, and they're like, wait, that's what you were doing the whole time? So they're actually seeing your internal expression come to life now. So they're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Do expect some more money. Okay, expect a little bit of more time for focused work. Okay, if you've been learning a language, if you've been starting a side hustle, if you've been wanting to move for some of you, or if you have been like wanting to, I don't know, write a book, write a song, or just do something kind of on the side, like creatively, or take a class, something like that, you're going to have a little bit of extra time to do so. Okay, I'm hearing 1 to 2 hours a week. Okay, now with Queen of Pentacles, there is an indication that you're going to be sitting on a really big financial investment pretty soon. Okay, there's also an indication that what's right around the corner is yeah, definitely expect a lot of people from your past to show up and be like, hey, group number 2. So I see that you have some secret answer that I could totally just be totally fine if you just did everything for me and gave me all the answers. What are the answers? Okay, you might notice a lot of people flocking to you for answers. And you might say, well, I will walk you through this, but you have to also do the work. It's like, I'll climb down the mountain and climb the mountain again with you, but you still have to climb the mountain. I can't just airlift you onto the summit. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so the reaction to that will be probably 50-50. Okay, they're showing me 4 of coins here, but 10 of cups. It's like you're going to be happy where you're at. You're going to be super happy where you're at. You already are, but now you're going to be not just happy where you're at because it was your due diligence to get you there, but you're going to be happy where you're at because other people are going to be like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, you knew what you were doing the whole time. Sorry, we were jerks. And you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I'm also seeing some sort of, like, again, group project, collaboration. Somebody's going to be offering you, like a position somewhere, or somebody wants to work with you. You might be able to hire an assistant, something like this. There's definitely an indication of collaboration on this next level. Like, say you finished the first foundation, and now you're working on the second story. And so you might be able to hire in people to paint a mural on the inside. Okay, you might be able to hire somebody to do a special form of like tile on the floor. Okay, it's not things that like furnishings. Okay, not things that are required, but things that would be nice to have. Okay, so some of you might also be experiencing that in a very physical way. But this is going to come as the result of others appreciating what it is that you've done for them. It's like you built a place for people to rest their head when they're done working. You built a workspace for all these people to work. You built a foundation for people who don't want to be working on that one thing anymore to grow into. You're starting to, it's like you speak for yourself, your work speaks for yourself, but you've walked the journey for long enough that people are able to now see what you've manifested already. And so they're curious what you're manifesting in the future. And you're going to be maybe surprised to find out that directly around the corner, you're going to experience a large expansion, and you're going to receive a lot, and I mean a lot, of manifestations that you've been working on recently. Now, some of you might be getting into a particular book, a particular topic, a particular teacher, or modality of learning. I mentioned Zoroastrianism earlier, I mentioned Judaism earlier, I mentioned Christianity earlier. And it doesn't have to be religious either. This can be like Neville Goddard, this can be Dolores Cannon, okay? This can be Yogananda Paramahansa, this can be anything. This can be Reiki, this can be anything, okay? You might be getting into like a whole new chapter of something. You might be, if you're a starseed, maybe you are usually tapping into 5th dimensional Pleiades, 5th to 7th dimensional Pleiadians, okay? Now you're tapping into 7th dimensional Arcturians, 7th to 9th dimensional Arcturians, okay? Maybe you're connecting with the Polarians, with the Blue Avians, with the Lyrans, with Andromeda. All of these things are coming out. So there's definitely an expansion here, but it's like, this expansion that you were working on and talking about and embodying this whole time, now people see it when they look at you and when they look at what you've built, and they're able to understand what it is. They're showing me Slab City, okay, also for some reason, and they're showing me the Sistine Chapel, okay. All right, group number 2, that is all I have for you. Yes, I am picking up on a small energy of returning of a past, perhaps like lover or loved one or friend or something in general. I know some of you were took note of that and we're kind of sending that little vibration. I picked up on it. So yeah, we do have the Hierophant and the 6 of Cups here. Okay, there is something about something coming back full circle. Okay, commitment, past memories, inner child healing coming back. Okay, so something has reach the next level of its evolution or its healing process, and now it's coming back to or through you to process it, okay? But notice that the back is not turned towards this energy, okay? So this is something that you have either outgrown or you are walking away from by following your own path, okay? All right. Is there something else? Yes, what is it? Okay, you are working on a sneaky little project. There's something that you're working on that you're not really speaking about. This is like another, I'm hearing like it's the foundation that you built 2.0, okay? It's like you built this foundation and everyone's like, well, let's help you work on the second story and decorate the inside and stuff, okay? And you are also, maybe, I don't know why I'm hearing Abu Dhabi. Like maybe you built something in like Canada and then you're building another one in Abu Dhabi, but like one doesn't know about the other or something like this, okay? You are going to have more time to focus on this and you're going to enjoy it a lot more than you think you are. I'm hearing somebody take like a big gulp, like, oh my God, but this is going to be huge, this project or to travel or this relationship, whatever this is that's coming up for you, or a new spiritual gift or something like this. There's like a big gulp kind of energy where you're like, oh my God, it's going to be so big. It's a lot of energy to process. You're going to enjoy the process so much and it's going to happen so fast. Maybe not like super fast on the timeline, but faster than you're thinking because you're going to enjoy the process a lot more. So time's going to seem to happen a lot faster than you think. Okay, so that's coming up for sure. And they're telling me that now, okay, and you're also going to be feeling more flexible in time, in finances, in your body. Okay, just with what you're generally capable of doing, mind, body, spirit. Okay, you're going to be feeling more flexible. You might be open to some new ideas. You might be stretching a little bit more. You might just feel that your range of motion cracks open a little bit as you are drawing space into the realm, into what your future looks like and everything. It's going to also inhabit your body. So allow yourself to maintain that whatever ways you need. If it pops up in the air element, you know, be a little more flexible with your words, be a little more flexible with your thought patterns. If it comes up in water, be a little more flexible with your emotions, be a little more flexible with what your intuition is painting for you, the electricity, what you're projecting, like visualizing, okay? And if it's fire, be a little more flexible about the way that you feel about yourself. Let yourself be a little bit more confident, let yourself shine a little bit brighter, okay? So on and so forth, okay? And then of course, earth, okay? Yeah, so let yourself be a little more flexible, spend a little bit more money, spend a little bit more time at home, go on that little extra trip, whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, gorgeous. Now that is all for sure this time. Okay, group number 2. So that is all I have for you. That is what is around the corner for you. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I wish you the best as always, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. You beautiful being. I love you. Namaste. Hi there, group number 3. Namaste, and thank you so much for being here today. Today we're taking a look at what is just around the corner for you, and you selected the 3rd group with this gorgeous moonstone. This is a raw moonstone, so it's a little bit feldspar. As we know, moonstone is a type of feldspar. It's in the feldspar family. The more crystalline it is, the more moonstone it's considered. The more of a rock it's considered, the more feldspar it's considered. And of course, feldspar can turn into several things that are not moonstones as well. But this one is a moonstone, feldspar. And if you look at it upside down, it kind of looks like a heart or an arrowhead, and I really love that. Now, group number 3, what's around the corner for you? This has to do with drawing your intuition and creativity and emotions all to the center. They're showing me this like beautiful swirl, this culmination of your creativity. Now, you might like creating stuff, okay? They're showing me like arts and crafts. They're showing me, or this can be a big project or a small project, but there's something that is very, you're able to enjoy it a lot. So there's something here about an opportunity to create more from your emotions, from your intuition, from your internal world, which is beautiful. So what's right around the corner for you is an opportunity for you to express yourself, but from those softer, more water element attributed parts of you, which is gorgeous. Now, of course, this being a heart and also an arrowhead might indicate that there is some sort of love chapter that you are stumbling into as well. Somebody might be, with this arrow, the first thing that's coming to mind, normally it would be Sagittarius and then Chiron, but what's coming to mind here is Cupid and his arrow. So it's actually very interesting that this is part of what I'm channeling here for you. Now, somebody might be offering you their heart. And I'm also hearing heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul. Okay, so somebody sees your depths, okay, the waves of your emotion, the waves of your intuition, the depth of your being. Somebody wants to, I'm hearing dive into the abyss of you, which is very interesting. Now, Moonstone can also help you to harness abundance, particularly the feeling of abundance. It can help you feel like you have a full heart, help you feel more emotionally stable. Sometimes we'll use Moonstone to help very gently balance our hormones. This is not a prescription to severe hormone imbalance, nor is it a solution towards huge waves of hormonal differences. But if you are normally on center and you notice yourself kind of falling off center a little bit in that area, then Moonstone will help pull you right back to center. Okay, so this is very beautiful. The energy of this is very soft. Okay, so that's why Moonstone is a very gentle, nurturing, very slow moving kind of stone. It can be utilized as the beginning point of a ripple to create that effect that you'd like, or it can help you to ride out a wave. Okay, but it's not necessarily going to have as harsh energy as, say, a moldavite or an obsidian, right? It's not meant to. It's supposed to be soft and gentle and graceful. So what's around the corner for you is an opportunity for you to, I'm hearing, fall into grace, fall into receiving, fall into exploring your emotional depths, but in the positive way, in the way that they feel good, in the way that they feel amazing and beautiful and gentle. And they're showing me, like, you know, when you are in a really good place in your life and you just want to suspend time right there for a moment and you want to ride that wave out forever as long as you can. That's kind of what this is showing me right now for you. So let's take a look at your card group number 3. 3 is also the number of the Empress, as well as Gemini. So this can be that somebody wants to come forward and communicate something with you. This can also be that with the Empress, you are drawing something into creation. So you might be feeling more creative. You might be working on a creative project, but leisurely on the side. Okay, you might be, maybe you are an attorney, but you really like to paint. So maybe you'll be just spending a few extra hours on the weekend or going to a class or something and just spending some time doing what you enjoy in order to leisurely refill up your own cup. Now, I'm not getting that your cup is empty and needs to be filled. It feels like it's filled and it's about to overflow, and that's beautiful. Now, your card is change of perspective, and as soon as I flipped this over, I heard going with the flow. Okay, there might be something. Oh, okay, so they're showing me a spinning Merkaba. Okay, so when we have a black hole with an event horizon and a singularity, which feeds out into an event horizon and a white hole, okay, this movement, this transmutation, if you will, once this spins, this allows connectivity of one thing to become absorbed into something else. And it's also the spinning, this transmutational energy. It's the ability to transport, okay? And with this change of perspective, yes, they're saying you've already transmuted something within you that is allowing you to have a new perspective on a person, place, thing, situation in your life. And it's actually allowing more space for love, creativity, and softness, gentleness in your life. I keep hearing soft expansion. This is beautiful. This energy is feeling like it's feeling like Moonstone. It's feeling like Aphrodite. It's feeling like a bit like Parvati. It's feeling very smooth. Like I'm also feeling like a bunny rabbit. Like if you ever pick up a long-haired rabbit, how their fur feels very soft like that. This is very, very soft. Almost like a sleepy lioness or Leo kind of energy as well. There's a bit of a beautiful energy here. It's like that Cancerian Leo kind of energy, but it's it's more Cancer-y, but it's not un-Leo-like. It's very expansive and confident, but in a gentle, soft, underlaying kind of way. Change of perspective. Gorgeous. So with this, what's around the corner? I'm getting that you are going to be experiencing a heart-centered awakening, and I'm getting that you're the kind of person, group 3, you come from a lot of you come from love all the time, and in return for this love you've received a lot of strife and turmoil. And this is the kind of energy where they're showing me you having a big heart and going over here and saying, will you take care of it? And somebody saying yes and then dropping it on the floor, or like just offering it to a bunch of people or situations where they go, ooh, shiny, and then they see something else and they go, ooh, shiny, but they don't take a moment to stop and appreciate the depths, okay? This is what's going to happen for you around the corner. Some of you are saying, some of you are very protective still. Some of you might have a little bit of a guard around your heart, or you might require people to show up authentically, like, in a very harsh way. We have the sun, there's Leo. Oh, okay, I see. See, Leo rules the 5th house, and the 5th house can rule children as well as romance and fun and play, but the shadow attributes of Leo can be like sitting somebody down for an interview and being like, tell me why you're good, tell me why you're bad, tell me why you're going to break up with me, when you break up with me, tell me how you're going to break up with me, tell me everything that I can, tell me all of your shadows so that I can shed light onto them, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, and that doesn't need to be malintended, it doesn't need to be well-intended. It depends on the place that energy is coming from, but there's very much this energy of having a guard around your heart to protect that depth of you. Okay, towards this energy of almost like I'm hearing like an interview, like someone needs like to be interviewed to be in your life, or go through several stages or something like this. But now this is opening up. Okay, I'm getting that you have transmuted this energy, but you still have not yet found, now that you've released this, you still have not yet found something that is going to give back to you. So 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups, so you've been giving to yourself. Beautiful. We have 10, 6, and 9. Okay, we do have the 2 numbers relating to time work here. So you're very focused on being present. You're very focused on being exactly where you're meant to be right now. And with perspective, they were showing me Persephone there. It's like you are very much cautious that you're not going to, someone tells you, don't eat the pomegranate seeds. You're like, I'm not touching those pomegranate seeds. In fact, they can stay away from me. Like you are listening the first time to your intuition. And because of this, it separates you from the rest and makes you also more cautious about who you're spending your time around. Look at the Cancerian card right here, the Chariot coming out, and there's our number 4 with the Emperor. Okay, now I'm noticing that we have quite a bit of 4, Cancer, and then we do have a 6 as well, and what's in the middle is 5, okay? You are allowing this, the depth of you to show on the outside, but what's around the corner here? What's around the corner for you is you are going to, I'm hearing light of your life. Like you might be a beacon of light for many other people, and you are looking for somebody to be that for you. Not that you can't be it for yourself. I see that you can. You have 9 of Cups directly in the middle of your spread. In fact, you've come from the 10 of Cups, you've come from the 6 of Wands, you've come from emotional fulfillment and success and victory, and now you are in this place where it's like, you know that phrase where they say, I've got everything you could ever want, but no one to share it with. Something like that is kind of coming to mind, okay? Now, this is what's around the corner for you. You are somebody's checkmate move, and they have been watching your, I'm hearing interview process again, or they've been watching something, and they have been planning how to come towards you, but they will only make the correct move because you are deserving of the correct move being made, but you no longer require that because you allow things to pass by you with love and acceptance and non-judgment. But because you've been so open to others and seeing the light in people and beautiful energy everywhere that you look, you see everything as a reflection of the universe. Everything is God. Every pain, you see the beauty within it, the transmuted side. It's like you always see the good for what it is, you see the bad for what it is, but through everything you see either neutrality or light. And so through this, it's allowed you to give many people the benefit of the doubt who maybe didn't have your best interest at heart, whether this is knowingly or unknowingly. It's like not expecting or wanting people to change or grow for you before themselves. Saying that, well, you're on this, they're showing me again the spinning Merkaba. You are on this journey. So you're watching other people saying, well, I'm on a path and so you're on a path. But that's not necessarily true. You might see somebody sitting on their path, staying stagnant and saying, well, I'm sure they're taking a break, or I'm sure they're taking a rest, or we're both walking, but you're no longer stopping and waiting for others. You haven't been doing this for a while. What's around the corner for you is somebody wanting to take the next step with you. Now notice we have 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we don't have an 8, but that's you. You're the 8. You are the transformational trigger, and that's why you're having such a hard time finding something that is able to spin. And they're showing me like gears, okay, that's able to spin alongside you and kind of meet your vibration and meet your level of evolution as well. Like in, I'll say time space, okay, either the amount of time or the amount of space, the amount of energy and time that you're able to transmute within said period of time in the 4th dimension. Someone to meet your experience. Not necessarily to have the same feelings and emotions and past as you, less human things, more spiritual things. Maybe somebody who shares the same belief system as you, or shares the same work ethic as you, somebody who shares the same values as you, somebody who has the same vision for the future as you, somebody who cares about making you feel comfortable and important and loved and protected and provided for, somebody who, when you make a promise, the promise is kept. And when you make a plan, everyone follows through with their piece, okay? This is giving like having a group project, say like in school, and being the one that ends up doing everyone's bit like the night before because nobody else does what they're supposed to, and you don't want your grade to be bad just because everyone else's is, and then you end up transmuting everybody else's energy around them and giving everybody a good grade because you put in the extra work. But now it's like you're going to be paired off into a group or into a team or something like this, where everybody's going to put in effort and everybody involved is going to be going above and beyond, and you're going to be like, they're showing me somebody blushing or somebody like jumping up and down, clapping their hands, really, really excited, okay? They're showing me for some reason like 2 people in a music studio, like, so you could be having somebody wanting to like feature on your song, for example, and maybe this person is going to not just show up imperfectly and say, well, a job done is better than a job undone, but without that hyper perfectionism either. It's still showing up with the ability and the desire to go above and beyond, because that's how it's truly, not because that's how it's required of this other party, but because that is authentic to the true self of this other party, and that is the energy that's coming towards you, okay? And this can be either this can be in love. There's a lot of indication that this is towards love. This can be towards a friendship. This can be towards a new family member, a new friend, or something like this. This can be in work or in a creative project. But you've gotten very, very far on your own. And now there's this indication of you've made it towards a certain milestone in your life, in whatever area this can be. And you're kind of wanting to find somebody to meet you with that gentleness that caused you to meet you with that gentleness with which the lack thereof of those that you were surrounded with before caused you into reaching this much success. And now you kind of want to relax because you finally can. You want to move forward, move on with your life, but you don't see anybody else who's transmuted so much energy, or you don't see anybody else who is as dedicated as you, or who looks for the checkmate piece, or the one who meditates before they take their move, or something like this. This is the energy that's coming towards you. They're showing me a bit of a storyline here. They're showing me somebody who is very happy in their internal world and is able to create from this. But whenever they open their eyes and they see their external world, they see people trying to tear them down. They see people ignoring them, people consciously trying to harm them or hurt them or make them feel alone because nobody wanted to help uplift this person, you. It's like nobody wanted to see this person reach their true potential, and this is the person that saw this true potential in everything and everyone. And so this was triggering, and so people, look at these colors here, tried to denote your faith, your intuition, your knowledge of your other lives and places your consciousness were scattered. They tried to go for your ego. They tried to hurt your heart. They tried to, some of you, we have a lot of orange here, and then the right thigh, okay, which can indicate tapping in with your sexual energy or utilizing theirs in order to harm your creative abilities, okay? But with the Emperor here, you always knew how to create from your internal world, whether this is light or dark or neutrality or space or whatever this is in, whether it's changing your perspective all the time. And so what's around the corner for you? This is you stepping into the future that you are the one who built. Oh, there's the 8 and the 9. I just didn't see it at first. I think that that's perfect. You didn't see, you knew that you were trying to change your life, but you saw that once it happened, you are looking back or looking around and looking back at the relationships around you and just saying, this isn't it. This is not it. Where are my people? Where are they? And they're coming in. But the change of perspective that you have in order to have such a soft heart for everyone, everything, all the time, regardless of how they treat you or themselves, like you just have so much empathy, so much compassion, like understanding that everybody's on their own journey. Sometimes the journey can be hard. Sometimes emotions hurt. Sometimes wounds hurt. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. You have to do what's best for you, and you have to keep taking steps forward, but everyone doesn't always do that. Just looking around and seeing, like wondering, why am I different? Why am I different? Even though you knew that it was because at some point you were going to get to look back and give these people a helping hand up. Maybe not the same people, but people who have the urge to grow and evolve. But this is the opposite of what you were surrounded with. What's around the corner for you is a gentleness. It's being able to cut yourself some slack and actually having others give you the benefit of the doubt. There's a little bit of perhaps perfectionist energy coming through here, where perhaps you were taught, now they're showing me quite a graphic little scene here. I don't want to get too much into it, but they're showing me somebody who needed to show up perfectly or else something was in danger, okay? And this can be maybe your sleep, maybe your food, maybe your home, your safety, something. Like not showing up perfect equaled danger for some reason. So you needed to show up perfect and get out of the situation. But in order to get out of the situation, you needed to be perfect enough to get out of the situation and perfect enough to deal with it at the same time. But these two things contradict each other because the situation wasn't perfect. So as you transmute these energies and you ascend your vibration, you're now at this place where you're able to look back with love and compassion for yourself. And you've been in this place for such a long time now that when you move forward, when you look forward, you're able to see all sides of everything and everyone. And you're also able to see now that those that are showing up in your life are showing up because they have the intention of being in your life, not of screwing you over, not of harming you, not of making fun of you, not of pulling on your strings or projecting onto you, or just nasty energy that comes from their own inner demons. But you've befriended yours. And a lot of people that you've surrounded with previously might say, oh, if you befriend your demon, then that makes you one. When in reality, this is a very, very small-minded perspective. And you've changed your perspective. But your ability to grow despite these situations has brought others a change of perspective. Now, I want to focus a little more on you here because this is about what is up next for you. I know a lot of you are happy about this, that I'm moving forward from this energy, and so are you. What I'm seeing here for you is a lot of good community, positive community, setting a positive influence on children. But this, you are going to feel happy about this, but I still feel like your energy is focused on what you can give, focus on what you can give. And this change of perspective, it's allowing you to give because that's who you are and what you enjoy genuinely, but not on autopilot. Being able to give because it's what is authentic to you in the moment, and it's going to lead to success, and your ability to understand why you deserve to be loved and validated by your surroundings, why you deserve to be around people who want to boost up your confidence, not tear it down. This is feeling like a little bit of shadow work, but this is transmutation. This is an energy of knowing that you're enough and that you can be victorious, and not feeling like it's a facade when people are nice to you because you're so used to that. This is breaking the pattern of, I think, trust issues here. Knowing that you can rely on yourself, but being around somebody who says, I'm going to do my side of the project, and then they don't, and then you have to do it for them, and then they get the credit for something they didn't do. Trusting somebody continually, time and time and time again, all the way up until the last second, and then they bail. They don't do what they promised. They're not able to grow. They choose to repeat a cycle. They choose to go backwards. And this change of perspective, it's allowing you to kind of shift out of this. You've broken out of this energy for a very long time, but there's almost this energy of being like emotional or energetic drifter, like helping, like while you're walking, like helping give everybody else a hand up so that they can stand and make the decision whether to continue on their own path or not. But you haven't had anybody walk the path alongside you. So this is what's around the corner for you. First and foremost, though, they're showing me that you're walking the path with your inner child. So you're going to be given an opportunity or opportunities to create from the perspective of your inner child, and your spirit guides want you to take them. Okay, so you might be feeling inclined to maybe create something you used to do, or create the way that your inner child feels, or the way that your inner child felt about something. Some of you might be doing timeline work with your inner child, going back to a time when you needed a hug and giving yourself that hug, or a piece of advice, something I often love to do. Again, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's this energy of almost not wanting to open your eyes to the realm, because when you share your internal depth, it was just going in one ear, out the other, getting misunderstood, being like you saw the light in everyone, and so they continued to see the darkness in you when you were the one that was providing the light for them to walk through. There's this energy of like allowing the dust to settle and saying enough is enough, but from a place of peace, from a place of love. They're showing me, I always reference Avatar: The Last Airbender because it's a great alchemical reference, and also it was like my favorite show growing up, so I've seen it way too many times. But they're showing me Avatar: The Last Airbender when Aang like goes into Avatar state, and he's like utilizing all of the elements, and he like lifts off the ground, and he's got like this huge like ball of all the elements around him supporting him, and he can do whatever he wants. He's a powerful manifester and alchemizer and can take on everything to restore balance in the realm. And that moment, after he's done literally fighting for his life and for the entire realm, like he just always gently lands on the ground, and his feet just barely touch the ground, like a ballerina landing like a leap, like just so gently, so gracefully. And it's like that moment of landing on the ground for a moment, and usually he would land in somebody's arms, like there would be a loved one there that would just catch him on his way down. And that's what I'm seeing. And they're also showing me that there's this statue that's very popular of Mary holding Jesus after he was taken down from the cross. So that's an image that's coming up for me as well. They're showing me like you having fought a good fight, you being successful at what you've done. You've walked through your sacrificial lamb energy. I don't say that blasphemously. I say that very intently and very seriously. Okay, you've walked through your self-sacrificing energy. You gave of yourself when there was no more to give, and then you taught yourself how to have more than enough to give, and you continued to give anyway. So what's around the corner for you is being caught. There's the Nine of Cups wanting to pop out again. It's being caught and not needing to be independent, or having somebody show up where you can actually trust them and their judgment as well. You might be the kind of person who's very intuitive. We have the Queen of Cups. We do have the Moonstone here, which is a stone of gentle intuition. Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, look at these. Yeah, the Chariot at the back of the deck. Again, 2 chariots. Yeah, you are stepping out of this chapter of your life. There's the Emperor popping out right here, and the Star. Yeah. You are so independent, but now because of all of this that you've given and given without receiving anything in return, like the Devil with the 4 of Cups popped out, but there's no room for them left on the spread. Don't worry about never receiving what is owed to you, because that's not why you did what you did in the first place. However, there's this energy of opening up your trust again, opening up your heart again. Okay, I'm getting that you're going to have an opportunity to do this. Beep for confirmation here. Somebody, yes, I'm getting very strongly that this is a person. So a person's going to come towards you, and they're going to give you that love. They're going to be able to meet you spiritually and creatively. They're going to be able to physically show up in the ways that are needed, and they're going to be able to, 5 of Cups, interesting. I'm getting like, letting you have a shoulder to cry on, and also be able to release things. Like when something pops up and they need to do their shadow work, they can easily release it like you can. Not in a way where they say, well, then let me walk away from you and take 20 years to deal with this so that I can think about growing in 20 years from now and then think about what action steps I can take. No, this is somebody who they're presented with, oh, maybe I'm still holding on to that. Let me do a little bit of breath work, meditate, give me a quick 10 minutes and I'll show back up again. Let me show back up correctly. Let me be there for you. Let me hold space for you. Let me be trustworthy for you. Let me cry alongside you because you have been mistreated in the past. Let me help you. Look, we start with change of perspective and we end with the Hanged Man. Somebody showing you that people can be trustworthy, and not just your spirit guides, not just the universe, not just like, again, you might be very intuitive. I'm picking up on somebody who can always read pure intentions, who can hear people's thoughts, who can see someone's truth through their eyes, or very good at reading body language. You know, when you're telling somebody about what you feel and they're like itching their nose a lot and you're like, so that means you don't believe me. Or when you are just being yourself and somebody's trying to tear you down, and they're telling you, oh, you're like doing such a good like job, and you're like, okay, well, you're not supporting me. I can feel that inauthenticity in your aura. Or when somebody's like walking around gossiping about you, just all these little situations, and you're like, well, that's not my truth and that's not the truth, but I hope that you heal, you enjoy your spotlight for 15 minutes, and then like truth always reveals itself. I'm just gonna be patient, like, and let it go. And that's where how you've gotten up to this point, is being patient and letting it go. And what's around the corner is everything that you've needed to let go, all of those hopes that you let go of while you were letting go of these toxic and malintended situations, all of that hope that got drained out as well is going to be restored by this one like person or group of people or entity. I'm hearing entity too, but they want me to assure to you that it's grounded. This is somebody in a human body. This isn't like tapping into a new spirit guide and then you being like, oh, well, I can talk to them, it's okay. Or like your passed on ancestor or something and being like, well, it's okay. Or an animal. They're saying this is like a new romantic relationship. But they're showing me like very timid, very shy, somebody that holds space for you to crack open softly and gently. Somebody that knows that trust is earned, not expected. Even though you have had the tendency to do the opposite. This can be, a new friend. This can be a group of friends. This can even be a business that is well-intended, that shows up to serve their customers, not to shortchange their employees and screw over their clients and all of that stuff. This is something that has a well-intended return of investment, but that investment is love. That investment is intuition, it's creativity, it's ease, it's tranquility. Somebody sees your ability to be peaceful within yourself. Somebody sees that somebody feels like they don't know where to give their secure and honest and loving, authentic, gentle and generous cup to you. But this is, they don't know where to put it. But once it overflows, they just want to give it to everyone all the time. And this is very much like you, but they're showing me that this person wants to give it out. They want to finally have an opportunity to give this out, but they want to give it to something that's deserving, someone that's deserving. And you want to receive this, but every time you've received something that was labeled with this, you are met with false representation, false information, false advertisement, being shortchanged in general. So while something is opening up to give, you are opening up to receive, and it's happening at the same time. And this, they're saying, is not a trauma bond. This is not a wounding bond. This is an opportunity for softness to identify softness, for authenticity to be shown authenticity, for you to open up. And so what's right around the corner for you? I'm going to pull this now. This is what I'm doing at the end of all the groups. I'm kind of reading the energy and seeing what's going on, and then I'm pulling the grounded physical things that I'm seeing that are coming into your realm. So in a grounded sense, let's take a look. You might be spending more time around friends and family, bodies of water, and pets. Okay. You are going to be perhaps having more time, space, or energy to be exercising more. What's around the corner? You're going to be feeling a lot more confident. You might be exercising, but somebody's going to say, hey, have you been exercising? You look really good. Or you've been working on your skincare, and someone's going to say, hey, have you been doing your squats and doing your skincare? I can see you look great. Keep it up. This is positive reinforcement that's coming your way. Now, Nine of Cups, you're going to be feeling really happy with where you're currently at. You're also going to be experiencing a surplus of abundance as well. You might be receiving a gift, like a monetary or physical gift that is of a high monetary value, okay? I'm hearing you'll be winning something. So if you enter in something right now, just know that you have won, or you'll be one of the finalists or something like this. Or maybe somebody will just be giving you something of a high monetary value, or maybe like a larger check. Somebody wants to invest in you in the long run as well. And you're going to be releasing something you've been holding on to for a long time, primarily trust issues or feeling the need to be heard. I'm hearing that you have released, well, not releasing the need to be heard. This feels more like releasing hope that you will be heard. Okay, this energy is being approached right now and it's being transmuted. So you're releasing this, and you're going to notice on the Five of Cups, it's very Four of Cups-esque, where she's looking at these 3 cups. She's pouring out another one, but there's this cup full of like beautiful magical rainbow right here, and she's like, well, nobody liked this rainbow, no one liked this rainbow, no one liked this rainbow, this one I don't even like, and the one that's left is always like the magic one. It's like Goldilocks. It's the one that's just right. Okay, so that's what's approaching you. They're showing me that you just have to look over your shoulder. And so I'm hearing the Drake and Josh theme song. Okay, so maybe you'll find like that ride or die person. Okay, that friend, that lover, that buddy, that family member, whatever it is. Some of you are going to have an opportunity to move either across the country, across your state, across the world. Okay, some of you might be learning a new language or encountering somebody who speaks a language different from you. I'm hearing immersion study. Okay, so some of you might be like studying abroad or get accepted into a studying abroad program. Some of you might be like exchanging, like maybe one of you speaks Swedish and somebody else speaks Spanish, but you both speak English. So there might be some sort of like commonality in language, and this doesn't have to be linguistics either. This can be maybe you speak tarot and someone else speaks astrology and you both speak Reiki. You know, it can be anything like that. It doesn't have to be spiritual either. There's an indication too that your ancestors, your spirit guides are around you very, very strongly. I'm getting you've been relying on them very strongly recently, but now you're going to feel like more of the power is in your own hands, more of the control is in your own hands. And they wanted me to use the word power and control. And they're saying that you feel that you receiving the kind of love you have to give is control, trying to control something. They're saying that you feeling like you deserve to feel confident has to do with like feeling like power is bad, confidence is bad, I shouldn't do that, I can't do that. Who, me? I don't get to do that. You do get to do that. Everybody gets to do that. It is your birthright to feel safe and creative and confident and loved and expressive and intuitive and faithful. That is your birthright. On the giving end and on the receiving end, we all walk a journey to get there, and once we're there, we walk a journey to maintain it. Okay, that is different for everybody, but it's a birthright of yours. Okay, you're going to be stepping into your power, not in a way where you're like, I am in my power, rah, but in a way where it's authentic, it's silent. I'm hearing silent quitting. Okay, so some of you might be quitting that job and starting that thing that really just drives your soul. Okay, some of you might be some of you might be tapping into, I'm hearing pyromancy. Okay, some of you might be scrying through fire. You might be going out camping. Some of you might also be scrying in a water bowl. They're showing me somebody using, well, specifically, they're showing me somebody using a heart chakra tuned 432 hertz singing bowl, okay, on a hata singing bowl, but it's filled with water, okay? Maybe doing sound healing, but the kind of sound healing where there's water inside or not. But oh my gosh, if you've ever done that, if you have a sound bowl and you put water in it, the tone is just gorgeous. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And there's going to be an opportunity for you to touch upon a creative project that you've put aside for a while. I'm seeing this here. We have Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups, Hanged Man, and the Chariot, okay? This is moving forward into something tangible that you put aside for a while, but you wanted to carry this forward or take it to the next level. Maybe there's like a painting where you drew the outline and you set it aside and you're like, I'm never going to finish that. Or maybe there's a book that you started to write. You wrote the outline and you're like, I don't have time to sit down and write a whole book, even though you already have all the notes. Or something like this. Maybe it's a song, you have the melody stuck in your head, you kind of have a few lyrics put together, but you just haven't put 1 and 2 together to make 3, okay? You're going to have the opportunity, the time, and the space in order to reapproach this, because you're going to have the space within your heart. And I'm hearing that song, You'll Be in My Heart, okay? I'm definitely getting, these feelings within you, this space within you, this gentleness, this softness within you, it doesn't go unnoticed. It was just, this is gentle. This spirit is saying this was a bit like tough love, okay? And you didn't deserve this, but you are now the strongest, softest thing, which is so interesting. They're showing me like, it takes a lot more strength to be hurt and stay soft than it does to be hurt and turn hard, okay? So they're saying that you've strengthened your softness, and this is the power that you're stepping into. That's why this energy is so gentle and it's so flowing, but there's a little bit of like rigidity in there, but it's not anything that's stuck or molded. It's something that just wants to release. And when I tap into it, it feels like trust. I just keep hearing trust, okay? And it's like your faith. It's interesting because I'm feeling this like clairsentiently. I'm feeling this through my own channels. They're putting me in your energy, and I'm feeling this faith in the top 2 chakras and in the bottom chakra. I'm feeling this trust and this faith. Like, you trust the earth. The earth sustains. The earth provides. The earth grows. There's enough for everybody. Even if it's distributed weird, there is enough of everything for everybody, and cycles always happen naturally. You trust the earth. You trust your intuition. You trust your guides. You trust your inner knowing. You trust God. You trust the universe, source, and all of this stuff. You also trust love, but you trust your ability. You trust love because you know how to give love, because you've experienced divine love, because you feel love in the earth. But when it comes to your pleasure, your creativity, there's a lack of trust there. When it comes to, and this is what is around the corner, is tapping into this, opening this up, feeling safe creatively, feeling creative powerfully, feeling confident lovingly, feeling loving expressively, and vice versa. So you're going to be, they just keep saying connecting, not just with yourself and with the earth and with the divine, but connecting with somebody else. This can be, again, a person or a group of people. I keep hearing love. I'm hearing, must be love on the brain, okay, by Rihanna. There is love that is coming your way around the corner, and it's going to allow you a safe space. You're going to feel at home. You're going to feel safe in your sensuality and in your creativity. You're going to feel safe in your, they went right to expression, okay? This is interesting. They're showing me in this order: safe, sensually, sexually, creatively, safe, expressively, and you're going to feel listened to. And like, this is somebody who, I'm hearing brain food. Like, when you listen to them, it helps you grow, okay? Safe, being in your confidence, being in your power without somebody seeing your light and wanting to take it. And then safe to receive love, because you know that that's the authentic version that you're getting, that you're not giving somebody, say, like a love dollar, and they're giving you like a counterfeit love dollar. Like, it's equal this time. It's true. It's honest. That's what it is. It's like your truth, your honesty. Somebody wants to give this to you in return. And here's the Emperor popping out again. We have the Emperor and the Chariot coming out twice in your reading. So there's an Emperor archetype. Regardless of gender, there is an Emperor archetype that is coming your way that wants to make the correct move towards you, so that you can be open to receive it. But it's going to be patient and gentle and loving and humble and kind, and will provide you the space to be so safely. Okay? So that is what is around the corner for you, group number 3. And finally, don't doubt that this is what's coming in, okay? Because you are transmuting. You have looked at these obstacles and you've experienced them long enough. You've seen the light and the dark and the neutral and everything in between, the space. They're saying you've seen all of the realms. You've seen how all of them portray themselves. You've seen how all of them play out. You're very much aware of the fact that this is part of your path, okay? So don't allow yourself to get in your head about this, and don't allow yourself to feel like you're not going to notice it when it shows up either, because that is not an option for you, okay? Allow yourself to feel safe, comfortable, and at home, connecting with something or somebody else. But I'm hearing like recognizes right, or right, interesting. Like recognizes like, okay? So this is going to be like, oh, right away. That's why. You're going to be able to identify this right away. And you're not going to be, confused by it. You're not going to be knowing better and walking through it anyway. You're not going to be, misinterpreting it, and you're also not going to be needing to give the benefit of the doubt, okay? You're not going to be confused at all whatsoever when this shows up, okay? Because you're going to be able to identify it right away because this energy exists within you, okay? It's like two puzzle pieces coming together perfectly, all right? So that is all I have for you, group number 3. This is what is around the corner for you. A lot of bliss, a lot of your wishes coming to fruition as well, a lot of joy and happiness, but it's very calming, very peaceful, very very peaceful. It's like something is not coming in to disrupt your peace. Something is coming in and allowing your peace to expand, because you're at peace and they're at peace, and that peace must be protected at all costs. And so something wants to like come into your little peace bubble and merge your little peace bubbles together so that it's twice as big of a peace bubble, and you can work on gently expanding that together. As opposed to someone coming up and saying, oh, peace? Well, you shouldn't have that, or let me have that, or you know how it goes. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah, I'll just say your peace bubble and someone else's peace bubbles are going to make another bigger peace bubble, and you're going to be really happy. They're also showing me a torus, okay, like the little donut-shaped torus, like an electromagnetic field, sacred geometry, okay? So you might want to look into that or meditate on that shape, or just focus on sealing your aura at this time, or setting a filter on it more specifically, all right? So that's all I have for you. Oh, no? Okay, one more thing. Don't be afraid to express yourself and to wear your heart on your sleeve when this comes in. That's coming through, okay? You might feel like you've been through so much that you know better than to show all your cards at once, okay? They're showing me like you continue to wear your heart on your sleeve, and then finally you're like, I should stop doing that. And as soon as this happens, somebody shows up where you can wear your heart on your sleeve. So please do. They're saying like just one last time, work through that energy one last time, because then you won't have to approach it again. Okay. Otherwise that can spin you off into a new cycle, and you don't want that. Okay. So create a clear channel. We have 5 and 3 coming out here. Okay, so express your feelings, your emotions, your intuitive knowing, and also express what's in your heart first and foremost, and be confident enough to know that you are safe and that there's room for you. There's room for you, okay? There's enough for you. You get to experience this too, okay? You get to be creative too. You get to be sensual. You get to be safe and abundant and confident and loved and expressive and intuitive and faithful. You get that too, okay? So now for reals, that's all I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful that you shared this energy with me today, because I really feel that your heart is expanding in a beautiful way, and you really truly deserve all these beautiful things coming towards you. You deserve this softness, this gentleness, and I see that it's been self-sustaining for you for a very long time. You deserve a little bit of a bone, you know, and they say give a dog a bone. So I'm so excited for you, and let me know how you feel now, and let me know again when this comes through, because it'll allow other people to kind of have hope and have faith and have trust. And I just love this little community, and I love all of you guys, and you're so amazing and beautiful. And yeah, I hope you know that you are so beautiful, and that it's important to stay soft, because that's how you tap into your emotions. That's how you tap into your intuition. That's how you find peace and not force. That's how you flow. And so I'm grateful that you guys are remaining in the flow, regardless of what that looks like for you. That takes a lot of strength, and I see you. You're very beautiful. So I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, group number 3, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful realm. Thank you again for being here, and namaste.